I have a young woman who is in her mid 30s with that presented with a small 8 millimeter breast cancer. She actually had implants, cosmetic implants, so the cancer was really on the surface, so she felt it. Because usually 35-year-old women don't get mammograms, and that's the way a majority of the hormone positive breast cancers are detected. But she had implants, and she found a small tumor, 8 millimeters. Uh, she did not need chemotherapy. She had another type of genomic test that we use to determine whether chemo is helpful, and she did not need that. But she went on 5 years of tamoxifen, and she now is 37, and she's approaching her 5 years, and she's very risk averse. I mean, she's a very compulsive young woman. She's got young kids, and she doesn't want to take any chances. She wants to see those children grow up and get married and have grandchildren. And so if it's a 2% advantage or something like that, she's going to be compliant. And so, but on the other hand, she's on tamoxifen, and she and her husband would like to have another baby. And on this hormonal therapy, you can't get pregnant. And so her window of fertility is usually once you hit 40, it starts to wane somewhat. So when she saw in the news that she may have to take tamoxifen for another 5 years, which would put her into her mid-40s, she was devastated. So she came in and said, what are we going to do? I just can't do this. Even though I'm risk averse, I just don't want to go on another 5 years. And I said, well, you have that choice. You had a very small tumor. It was fairly low grade. But the good news is there's this new test, breast cancer index, and we can do that test on your tumor, which we did. And she had a very, very low score. I think it was 1.8. And so her risk of recurrence after 5 years was teeny. And the really good thing was that the predictive test, the second part of the test, the HI is what we call it, showed that tamoxifen really would not benefit her. So she felt relieved and comfortable that she could stop, and she didn't have to worry that she was depriving her children, perhaps of their mother.